if you saw just before, we were having a discussion because we realized that this bed was not going to work with 8-foot ceilings.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another day at Knorpp and South. Today we are going to be building, well Mike is, building and hopefully painting the girls' triple bunk bed. Because if you're going to move into a small house with a lot of people, you need to utilize floor space and get things going up instead of out. So we had beautiful beds for them, but they're going into storage, and for the next as long as before we renovate the house to be a little bit bigger, they're gonna have this triple bunk bed. So Mike's getting 28 2x4s, and so he's just looking through to find a straight and not too, you know, like too much texture on the wood. And so they're about $3.23 a piece, so pretty cheap for a bunk bed. We're also buying some room air conditioners because when we do renovate the house, we will get an air conditioning system for a 2-story house. But to put an air conditioning system into this little house is going to be $10,000, which wasn't worth it since we were going to need to update and upgrade it all when we renovated. So, or when we added onto it. And also, I don't have $10,000. So, we're gonna go with room air conditionings. These ones are like $170 a piece. We have one in the living room, and we only have 3 bedrooms. So, each bedroom will have one, and that should be enough, because the one in the living room works pretty well. It just doesn't get to the bedrooms. And the house also stays fairly cool because it's in shade most of the day. So that's what we're doing. We'll take you along, and we'll put the plans that Mike's following down in the description of this video. While Mike is getting the 2x4s, I'm here looking at the 1x3s for the slats. We need 9 of these. If you're new here because you saw the bunk bed thing, Mike and I have a family of 11. And we have been renting while we were looking for a house close to like where we could walk into downtown from the town we live in. And the homes are very expensive down there, but we did find one on a great lot in a great location, but it's only 1,300 square feet. And we bought it and thought we would renovate it before we moved in, but it just wasn't coming together. And then COVID happened, and it was like, you know what? We just need to do this. So we decided to move in. We are going to move in tomorrow. We've been moving from our bigger house that was 3,600 square feet, so almost 3 times as big, and we're gonna move in there tomorrow. Now, I will say our 2 oldest just left. They are both 18, almost 19, so they're out doing their thing. They will come back, and so we'll still be adding on to the house, but I think we can make it work for a while. So that brings us to triple bunk beds. Okay, the last thing we needed was some 2x2s. We needed 9 of those as well. So you've been adding it up. How much is it?
It's $166 in lumber.
Wow, cheap.
Yeah, 2x4s are $90 a
Then you have the cost of screws and things, but I was looking at triple bunks and they're usually like pretty low. So you don't utilize your space as well because you can't make it custom. And they're not real wood, so they're not solid. And yet they're still really expensive, you know. So if you have the tools, this is a pretty simple plan, Mike said, pretty straightforward. What tools would you even need?
You need a circular saw, you need a screw, or a
drill.
For this one you need a pocket hole jig, which we have where you see pocket holes.
Those few things, and you can make it a lot cheaper and custom, and then I'm going to be painting it and should be good. Okay, I'm waiting out front for Mike. This year we bought a bunch of tools. We haven't really ever had many. Obviously we were doing a lot of traveling the last 5 years, but before that even we didn't. And this year for our anniversary, we were planning on going on a trip together because it was our 20th. And obviously because of COVID, that didn't happen. And so we decided instead, since we couldn't travel, take that money and invest in a bunch of tools. Yes, yeah. So it's been really awesome to have all of those tools, not only for our furniture refinishing business that we've been doing, but also for stuff like this. So here's Mike, and we're gonna load it up. Breaking feedback, unless I'm gonna stay right here. Okay, all right, all finished up. Over the last few months, we have done so many projects. We have gotten to know like every nook and cranny of the store, and it's been great because it was one of the few stores that was accessible through the lockdown, and you know, we could be safe in there wearing our masks and staying away from everybody, but still like shop and, you know, work on projects while we're at home anyways. And so I know all sorts of things that are available in there that I never knew because it was just fun to walk around. We are back at the house and Mike's gonna go over, we have a little workshop. He's gonna go, it's actually a huge workshop. If you don't know about it, you can go back and watch some of our earlier videos. While he's over there making the cuts for the bed, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to install one of these window AC units. Okay, we're gonna plug it in. It's actually really simple. It said it would take an hour and 2 people, but definitely didn't take an hour. It took like 10 minutes. Okay, let's try it.
The truth. I'm here for it.
Okay, should we do the next bedroom? Girls' room installed. Boys' room installed. And I have one more for my bedroom, but I'm tired. It's 5:30, dinner time. We gotta figure out dinner for the kids, run them back to the house, and then get some dinner for Mike and I too. So I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's been updating you guys. All right, Mike and I are back from dinner. We got the kids' dinner, and we are now, Mike's gonna keep making cuts, and I'm gonna start sanding the wood so we can take it over there, put it in, and then hopefully, maybe not tonight, but definitely tomorrow, paint it. I'm gonna be sanding this with a 220 grit sandpaper. You can get them in these nice big packs. I'm gonna be using my little handheld orbital sander. And so I just switch them out, you know, as soon as I start to notice it's just not as effective. You don't really need to push and push and push your sandpaper. It'll make your life a lot easier if you just use it for a little bit. So I'm gonna get started. I think we're gonna call it a night for wood shop and just make it here date night, maybe walk over and get some ice cream.
Maybe, for surely.
Yeah. But we'll pick it back up in the morning and bring you guys along. See you then. Okay, we're back over at the house just for the evening, and Mike's gonna put together the boxes for the beds. If you saw just before, we were having a discussion because we realized that this bed was not gonna work with 8-foot ceilings. I think, did you already say that? Did you already tell him that? The 8-foot ceiling
I
thing?
think we did.
Yeah, so Mike told you how it wouldn't work with 8-foot ceilings. We talked, and Mike realized that he could still use these bed frames.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
And we can have alternating, one coming here and the other two coming this way. So that's what we're gonna do. If that doesn't make sense, you'll see us kind of pull it together in just the next few minutes of the video. Mike is now clamping on this is what will hold the slats of the bed. So you're looking at the underside of the bed box here. He's clamping those on so you can get them nice and straight before he screws into them. Okay, back at the house the next day. And I am going to start painting, even though it's not completely done. I'm just gonna try to get as much painting done as I can because I have to wait here at the house anyways for the internet guy to come because the internet's not working, of course. So I'm gonna get started on that and see how far I can get.
It's a cool hard world outside my window. Ooh, where people don't know which way to go. Go. I breathe you in 'cause you're still on my pillow. Oh.
Okay, I knew when we were starting to sand this and put it together that this would not ever look sleek and like that, and so what I decided with the paint and was confirmed after I started putting it on is just to do more of a white wash. And so it's really simple. You just use your chalk paint and you water it down and you brush it on. And then there are areas that will have like this. And so I'm just doing the full thickness of the paint there and then just kind of blending it in so you don't see it. There's like one over there. But I think the wash is nice because then as the grain and the knots come through, which they would even if you put a heavy coat on, you would still see the texture. But now it seems more like it's on purpose and more kind of like a Scandinavian cabiny look. So it's a little bit difficult, and I think I won't be able to paint some of it until there's an actual mattress in there, and then I'll just have to cover the mattress. And then also you don't want to waste any time with things that will be covered by the mattress, like all of that, you know, right there will be. And so, and all of this down here. And so I'm just trying to paint to where I know it matters and where I can get to, which I think I've almost hit every spot. Okay, I rearranged some of the furniture I had a big dresser here. I put it in their closet, pulled their desk over here so this can be more of their dressing area. Another thing that Mike and I are doing to modify these plans is we realized that the girls needed kind of like headboards to lean against because we want them to have more like a space they can hang out in and read and all that sort of thing. So Mike got some plywood. We just attached that, and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I might put wallpaper on it or I might paint it. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
So it's coming together. So it is another day, but I'm kind of just gonna show you what I think is kind of the final step for the beds for now. I'm sure that we'll keep, we'll change bedding, we'll add lights and other things to make it, to hold their stuff and make it more comfortable. But for this video, I'm gonna end it here. Well, after I finish this. So I ordered some wallpaper. I love, love, love peel and stick wallpaper. I just feel like it's so easy to use and makes such a big difference so quickly. And I am going to be putting that on the plywood that we're using for their headboards so that it's smooth and comfortable, but also cute. And so the girls chose this paper out, and I will put a link down to it below, and I'm gonna put it up. Okay, the paper's on everywhere it's gonna go. Headboards, and then the backs of the headboards. And I have a lot left over, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do the treads, I don't know. But we're gonna go home and have dinner with the kids and then bring them back, so we'll see. Okay, so the bed is not completely done, but it's completely done for now. I sure will keep making changes on it and improving it as we just continue to move our things in. But I wanted to give you the mostly done and show you what it's ended up like. So if you recall, we started out with a plan that would have taken us all the way just 3 traditionally. But then we realized that gave very little headroom, and this isn't for little kids, this is for 2 teenagers and an 11-year-old. And so we had to just kind of make it up. At that point, once we realized we couldn't use that plan anymore, we just had to make it up the rest of the way and move things around, and it ended up working out just fine. We haven't figured out their bedding yet. I would like to get them something that matches, but so we're just using what we had. And then we're still going to be putting in probably little clip lights for everybody. I have some little shelves we're going to install, but the girls said it's really comfortable. We might put in curtains, but they've been sleeping on them and haven't requested that, so maybe it's private enough for them as is. So without further ado, let me show you how they ended up. Okay, here is the bed. So I finished the painting on it. Like I said, it's a whitewash so that you can kind of still see the grain of the wood. I think it's cute. On the steps, I went ahead and did the wallpaper because air conditioning is making a weird noise. I went ahead and did the wallpaper because it keeps them smooth, and it's easier to wipe down than the wood because you can just wipe it off really quickly. And it's cute. So we did that. And like I said, it's on all the headboards. I also have these little shelves that are from IKEA that we're going to install in every girl's bed so that they just have a little shelf or a nightstand type thing. We're going to be getting clip lights, which we still haven't done. We also decided not to do a ladder to Pearl's bed because we eventually want to utilize this space down here. It's hard to tell on a wide angle, but it's a pretty good sized space. It's probably 3 feet by 3.5 feet, 4 feet. And so we thought it'd be fun to put like a floor pillow in there and just make it another little space they could be in. And so I found this really cute antique workbench, and I loved the patina on it, its paint, and the wood. And so I just added some of the wallpaper to that bench as well to make it kind of pull it in and make it match. And Eve's bedding's being washed, so her blanket's on Esther's bed for now. But I think it works really well. The light we will replace, and we're thinking of getting, have you guys seen the bladeless fans to help circulate the air throughout the room? But it worked out well. And both of the girls have really thick mattresses on, which can be a problem in bunk beds. But since it's just for this is their leg room, and it doesn't look like much, but Pearl said it's fine. And then she's got plenty of headroom. It you know, doesn't bother her. So that's where we're at now, and we're pretty happy. I guess Esther already does have a clip light and her own little things down here, so that she's got her own little space to be in. And she's actually right here. How's it been?
It's been great.
Is it kind of giving you like a little space that's your own?
Yeah.
You were concerned about going from your own room. You only had your own room for like, what, 2 months?
Yeah, I didn't keep track of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so it's been okay. And then we were able to preserve more floor space. And obviously, this is a rug that we pulled out of the RV. It doesn't really match. And the bedding doesn't really match. But we'll kind of pull that all together in the coming months and make it even cuter. Maybe even paint their dresser. But they have this dresser, their desk, and then their closet. See, this curtain's really cute, but it doesn't really match either. And I want to get you guys like some shoe storage.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like that, but it's working better. You know, we really hope we could figure out a way to make it work, and I think we have. So Mike's first piece of furniture he's built, and I think he did pretty darn good, especially considering he had to make so much of it up.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be bed, 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 and then he swung this bed out and had to create more of everything. So there you have it. So thanks for coming along. We are in the house now, and little things like this, I feel like we learned a lot of these little techniques when we were living in the RV for a year, and we've been able to apply them and be very comfortable in 1,300 square feet with, 9 people. So we're doing really well, and thanks for coming along. This video kind of like jumped over. So our next video, this is like ahead of the next video because I wanted to show you the bed from start to finish, but the next video will kind of go back in time again just to the projects so that you can see everything coming together on the house, not just the bed. But anyways, love you guys. Don't forget to like this video, ring the bells as you subscribe, and you can head over to our website, knorpindsouth.com. You can go to either one of our Instagrams, either Knorpp and South or Indoorsy Store. That's where we share a lot of the actual projects that we're working on furniture-wise. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.